Meanwhile, in East Hollywood at the Griffith Park Observatory, Vanessa's sitting by the entrance thinking. Till Jeff came to where she is, and she saw him. Thank you for this. And as Jeff sat next to Vanessa, anytime. Look, I'm aware I should be happy, even though my family moved here from New York City and all. Why do I get the sense that you're not? You may be right. Then again, I knew this day would come. It's just I didn't realize it'd come so soon. What do you mean by that? Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Witch Manor in Sheldon's room, Sheldon's surprised to see his mom Rachel standing by his door. Mom, how are you feeling? I wish I knew. Can I come in? It's your house. And as Rachel came in and sat at the foot of Sheldon's bed. You know, you've been quiet the whole flight home and I just can't stop thinking what happened at the party. You know, the one you and Dad didn't want me to go. And yes, and your father and I reduced your restriction to 2 weeks due to the fact that you've been helping out moving here a couple weeks ago. I need to tell you something about that night. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in the bedroom as Nate finished getting dressed. And as he about to leave, till Carly came out of the bathroom and saw what he's doing. Where the hell you think you're going? And as Nate turned and saw Carly, I just wanted to surprise you with a picnic in the park today. Then why don't we go together? And as Carly came to her Nate, it's you and I. Because I know for a fact, no one we know will see us there. You don't have to worry about that. Nobody, including your family, knows where we are at the moment. You know, this feeling when I'm with you, well, it's so strong. And the best part of all, I like sitting. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Melissa's waiting in her booth till Adam came back and sat across from her in the booth and she saw. So you off work? Yeah. What's the real reason to why you're asking me to marry you? Because I need to build a family of my own. I have lost so much since my parents died and I don't want to lose, and you're not. Don't you think we should take it slow? Look, there's no time to explain. Please do this for me and I'll fill you in on the reason later. Okay. Thank you so much. Come on. And as Adam got up, where are we going? I want to take you somewhere. It's kind of a surprise. So let's get out of here. Okay. And as Melissa also got up and head out, but Adam stopped her just in time for them to kiss each other. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital, one of the largest hospitals in town, let's get to the main area where a young woman named Stephanie McKinley is finishing some paperwork. Till someone came to where she is. And she looked up and saw, Mom, you're about to go on lunch? Actually, I'm about to go right now. And as Stephanie went and put the paperwork in the cabinet and came back to where Mom is. You do know we live in the 21st century, right? Where you can put all that information into a tablet. Because in 10 years or so, that file cabinet won't exist. I know. Call me old-fashioned, but sometimes I still like to do some paperwork. Well, I'm just saying, it'll save you more time in the long run. And you do know, in the coming years, we're gonna have to stop doing that. Why don't we go have some lunch? Now you speak in my language. And as Stephanie and Taylor turn and head towards the dining room. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house in the living room, as Carol and Jeremy are talking. You think with our daughters not to worry. The Grand Canyon is the safest place to be. We're gonna have to tell them the real reason before Allison or Ricky find out first, not to worry. We will tell them everything first thing tomorrow. Or you can tell us now. And as Jeremy and Carol turned and saw Allison and Ricky there. How long were you two here? We just got here, but that's not the point. The point is, Ricky and I both know you didn't just throw this trip out of nowhere and we wouldn't know the real reason. Look, whatever, you cannot backtrack on what you said, Dad, so don't even try. We heard everything. Jeremy, we need to tell them. Alright, the real reason to why we're going is, I got a job there. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment in the empty apartment in the living room, Thomas is looking at the portrait of him kissing Holden's wife on Yolanda's iPhone. When the hell were you gonna tell me? And as Yolanda put her iPhone up, I wanted to so... What stopped you? Because obviously it must meant something to you. Wrong. It meant nothing to me. A lot has happened. I don't give a damn what happened at that party. The fact of the matter is, you kissed her and kept that to me, which tells me you can't be trusted at all. It was just a kiss. That kiss says we have no future together. Meanwhile, in East Hollywood at the Griffin Park Observatory, Vanessa and Jeff are talking. Vanessa, meeting you was the best thing that's ever happened in my life. Really? I didn't realize even though I only dated Max a couple days when I arrived before you and I set foot on each other. Overall, my life, well, how should I say this? Honestly, it's been kind of boring and average till I saw you. Must have been fate in some strange, twisted way. My mom always told me that everything happens for a reason. Yeah, it does. Anyways, getting back to where we were, seriously, you know you can tell me anything. I don't want to bore you with the details and be like wrong. Look, I know you and I only know each other for a short period of time, and I can see that you're going through a lot. I'm sure you do. The thing is, you don't have your family plastered all over the media, which makes living here really difficult as you know it. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house in the living room, Carol, Jeremy, Ricky, and Allison are talking. Wait, you got a job? How did you manage that? Your father and I used to work there a long time ago. Interesting. Yeah, we wanted to surprise you and all. And now that you two know, you can rest easily. Please excuse us. And as Carol and Jeremy head towards the bedroom, just as Faith and Max came to where Allison and Ricky is. Who saw them? So they used to work there? Yeah, who would imagine? Thing is, I think there's more to what they're telling us. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Rich Matter and Sheldon's room, Rachel and Sheldon are talking. You can tell me anything. It's about that night. What about it? I've been thinking what happened if I didn't show up. I mean, I wanted to see if I could get a record deal. Your father and I told you we would sign you right after high school. The truth is, I had a text to show up if I wanted to. Wanted to what? Meanwhile, at the Baldwin Hills Park, Carly and Nate are sitting on the bench talking. Look, Nate, about that picture of Holden and me, it's fine. Obviously, his marriage was falling apart before the scandal. Yeah, of me being his mistress is all. I mean, the media could sure as hell ruin a person's life by spectating a rumor. That's negative energy coming from them, which we surely don't need. I just want all this behind us, because I could really kill Holden for doing this. Holden or Victoria can't ruin us ever, I assure you, just like no one will know about us being together. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Nate and Carly, someone is watching them from afar. Meanwhile, across town, outside the Grand Diamond, Melissa and Adam came out. And it's Melissa looking at the ring on her finger. I can't believe we're engaged. That's what you wanted, right? You promise not to tell anyone what I'm about to reveal. Sure. The thing is, I've been getting dreading texts about what happened at that party, the one I went to in New York. What happened there that I saw Holden's father got shot, stabbed, or whatever by his mother, and let me guess, she noticed you saw the whole thing, right? Even though I was outside the room, she must have figured someone was there. But more importantly, she's blackmailing me to marry you, or she exposed Samuel is the one who tried to kill Ben. We gotta tell the cops. No, we can't. The only way to save Samuel is for you and I to get married till we prove that he didn't kill Ben. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the dining room, Stephanie and Taylor are talking. So, how's things with you? I'm fine without Peter in my life. I know how you feel about him and what he put us through, but overall, he's still my dad and your husband, who's getting the proper help he needs. Yes, let's just hope it works out. Anyways, getting to you. How's things between you and Oliver? Well, we just started going out a couple weeks ago, and I really like him, Mom, a lot. Didn't you say the same thing? But that's different. Besides, the only fact he was with me because of the sex, which has grown tiresome. Oliver cares about me a lot. I mean, I have never met a man other than a bad boy. That's just it, Stephanie. You and I have always been managed to be attracted to bad boys, and I'm afraid that's not gonna change anytime soon. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment, in the empty apartment in the living room, Yolanda is about to head out, so Thomas went and stopped her. Hey, you can't mean what you say. Yes, I do. You cheated on me with Holden's wife out of all the women on the planet. It just happened. The hell it did. You cannot let it happen unless you want it to. Look, I know how this looks. Do you really? Because the way I see it, the entire planet saw that kiss. I was trying to swear you didn't try hard enough. I'm sorry, alright? If that's what you want to hear, that kiss didn't mean anything to me. If that was true, you would have told me sooner. But the fact you didn't tell me tells exactly where we stand. You know what? I'm not gonna stand here and defend myself of something I did. And there it is, at last. Admitting that you want to be with her instead of me. So, given to what we've been through, you're saying you're not gonna forgive me for one kiss? Really? Why the hell should I? Basically, you're telling me out of this whole entire revelation that we're finished. Meanwhile, in East Hollywood at the Griffith Park Observatory, Vanessa and Jeff are talking. Living here overall isn't that bad. Dude, you're one of the popular guys in school, including your brother Andrew Nightstill. In fact, you two are known as the Nightstill twins. The only difference is I'm varsity football and he's varsity basketball. I see. Why can't you be both? I don't give a damn about the popular. Shut up with that. You know you do when the crowd goes wild to see you land a touchdown. It gets your adrenaline going as you know it. Then why don't you join the cheerleading squad? We're talking about you, not me. But since we're at it, I might get some consideration to make certain no girl would take you away. You don't have to worry about that. But there is one girl you should worry about. Who's that? My ex-girlfriend Chelsea. But you don't have to worry about her, since she won't be a problem. Same goes for you concerning my ex-boyfriend Oscar, who happens to live in New York City and wasn't really happy at me leaving, but overall, we're just beginning a new chapter of our lives. Meanwhile, at the women's house in the living room, Allison and Ricky are talking. You're still up for going? Of course I'm still going. You want to find out exactly what they're up to. I just want our parents to be safe. Is that a crime? Of course not. If you mean from the Cullen family, oh, no. Besides, they're after the other families. I just don't want us, and I'm sure we won't. But still, look, I gotta head to work. You mind giving me a ride? My car's still in the shop and all. Sure. Meanwhile, in Carol and Jeremy's bedroom, and as Carol closed the door and came back to bed where her husband Jeremy is. You know, it is so amazing how much information we can get from the kids through the years. Information. You mean either prying, manipulating, or blackmailing, or the best part of all, playing off that they suspect that we don't know, even though we do. That's our parenting style, the way I like it. Yes, I do. Anyways, Faith and Max have gone to their respective spots, which leave the entire house to us. I likes the way you think. The question is, what should we do about it? And as Jeremy got his iPhone out and Bluetooth some lyrics to stir right now. What about this fatigue ease off? And as he put the iPhone down just in time for Carol and Jeremy to begin kissing each other. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Rich Matter in Sheldon's room, Rachel and Sheldon are talking. Sheldon, you know you can trust your father and I with anything you say. I didn't realize that Holden's marriage was falling apart, and now the media blames Carly, Thomas, and Lucy. Getting back to the reason you wanted to, it said if I didn't show up, it was gonna ruin my chance in the news business in the future. So it was blackmail for you to be there. Yeah, so I showed up, and he wanted me to perform, but I wasn't ready. I want to know the name. Look, I should do what you did. I don't give a damn who you throw under the bus, but I'm not leaving this room till you give me a name. Unless you want those restrictions to increase to a month like it originally was. Slater Cochran. He's the guy whom you fired a couple months ago. Said I had to be there. Please tell me you're messing with me now. I'm afraid now. You know what? That does sound like Slater. Stay here. Mom, where you going? Not to worry. I'm about to sort this matter once and for all. And that's what you got up and went. And left Sheldon's room. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Melissa and Adam came back in. And as they head to the back and in the hallways, just as Faith and Max came out of the office and saw them. Adam, I really want to thank you for getting me this job. You really came through, man. It's really no problem. Anyways, I'm about to start my shift, and as Faith walk away towards her station, leaving Max facing Adam and Melissa. So what's going on? Melissa and I are engaged. That's good news. Yeah, it is. He's been the best person I've ever found. Anyways, I'll fill you in later. Please excuse us. And as Melissa and Adam head towards the office and went in, and as Melissa closed the door, and as she turned and faced Adam, and he did the same thing. Look, I'm gonna help prove that Samuel didn't kill Ben. Thank you so much. And once this is done, we can file for divorce. And as Melissa and Adam's iPhone both beat at the same time, and as they got a insult text saying, spread the word of your engagement. And as Adam looked at Melissa, who the hell is this? It's Holden's mother, Tracy. How did she get my number? She has ways of getting things I can't explain. Thing is, I think I should inform you more to what happened that night. Meanwhile, at the Baldwin Hills Park, Carly and Nate are sitting on the bench talking. I don't know about Holden, but Victoria wasn't happy over the fact that Holden kissed Lucy and me. What was that about anyway? Didn't Sheldon tell you? He wanted to make a fool out of himself in front of the media. Only he dragged your family into it. Unfortunately, it seems that's not the only reason to why our parents moved here, but it's only a matter that's not gonna happen. Besides, Holden's gonna try to fix his marriage. I'm not talking about him. You know exactly what family I'm talking about. But the thing is, I think it might be too late. In fact, he just wanted a reason to get out of his marriage. And thanks to my sister and I, he's got it. So the question is, who's Holden really after? Lucy or you? Even with me, I'm with you, and there's no way that's gonna change. Meanwhile, the person afar who's been watching Carly and Nate is revealed to be Victoria Grimes, who's secretly recording them on her iPhone. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the dining room, Taylor and Stephanie are talking. I don't get it, Mom. Why are we always attracted to bad boys? I'm afraid that's in our DNA. It's always been like that and it's never gonna change. Well, Oliver's not like the others. He's really sweet and I likes that a lot. Do you really, Mom? I'm serious. I want to change in my life. Well, I'm just saying the truth of how it is, because no matter how genuine and sweet Oliver may be, you and I both know you want something more than just calm waters. Maybe it's time we try something new. I mean, change is good. I suppose so. Trust me, it'll work. I hope you're right, but I gotta meet this Oliver and be the judge myself. And you will soon. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment in the empty apartment, Yolanda and Thomas are talking. Really? You're not even giving me an answer? So this is the end of us. I don't like this any more than you, but the fact is, everyone saw that kiss. I just can't get past that. Look, I know you love me, but I'm afraid it's not enough for me. Yolanda, I am begging you. Please let me make this up to you. I'm sure you can, but all the begging and gorging won't do squat to the damage that's already been done. So that's just it. After everything you and I went through, the many challenges that came our way and we managed to beat, and you decide to throw in the towel just because the entire— don't you dare pin this on me. You destroyed our relationship by kissing her. You lost your trust in me, so don't you dare twist this around. We're done, and I need you to respect that and do one. Fine. Just so you know, I am not giving up on you and I, because I know for a fact that we'll be together. You're dreaming. And it's Thomas' turn and head out the apartment. And as Yolanda head towards the balcony and looked below and saw the contents of what happened outside. Soon she saw Thomas heading towards his car. And as he got in and drove away, and as Yolanda head back in and got her iPhone out and pull up the picture of Thomas and Victoria kissing each other. Mark my words, Victoria and Thomas. One way or another, I'm gonna make certain the both of you pay for what you've done.